Okay, so today, in order to deepen our connection with ourselves, we're going to do something that it might not seem obvious that it's all about deepening with the self. It is just kind of a little playful. And playfulness always brings deepening with the self in this really subtle way that is obvious later when you kind of realize, like, ooh, I do kind of feel more comfortable and grounded in myself. Absolutely. And then there's this other element of just like doing something that you might not normally do, that always deepens with the self in that subtle way too, because you're kind of expanding the self. If you're not doing what you normally do, it expands you a little bit. So it's kind of basic. It's not raining here today, so I'm not like out here to give an example, but you're going to pick a day that it is raining, and you're going to go out into the rain and do things in the rain, like function and do things. And this is a thing that you've seen like in movies and stuff, right? They do these scenes where the people run out in the rain and, they're annoyed by it at first and then invigorated by it, and they end up laughing and feeling playful and silly. And there is this like sense of comfort and even like cathartic release that happens when they do that. So this is like a relatable idea. I've seen it played up in movies too, but it was like, oh, it's kind of fantasy. I've done this too with my kids, and it feels fun for sure. But then I witnessed it recently with somebody else that I know. We were going to meet up to get into some kayaks, and it started to drizzle, and the person was like ready to just get in the car and leave. They were like, it's starting to drizzle, like I'm out. And I'm like, let's get in the kayaks. Like, let's just do it anyway. It's drizzling, so it's raining. Let's like still kayak. Let's still play. Let's go make a sandcastle, at the lake that we were supposed to go and do this at. Like, why not? It's drizzling. We'll make a sandcastle in the drizzle. It wasn't, to me, like obvious. Why would we stop? But this person was immediately like, I'm going to get back in the car. I'm going to go home. And I just sort of witnessed it in a really, really firsthand way. This is obviously not a part of this person's repertoire, and it just didn't occur to them or it was like, it seemed like it wasn't going to be fun, or it was going to be cold, or it was going to be miserable, or something that they had running in their head. And then, when we just did it, when we just, got the fishing poles and went fishing in the kayaks anyway, and went around in the kayaks anyway, and then made a sandcastle anyway, all of this in the rain. It was playful and invigorating, and I could see in a certain way, this passive deepening with the self, because it's just a getting comfortable, like letting some of the reservations and some of the freeze go, and just like letting yourself into something different. Okay, a different idea, not what I thought. Like I'm going to try it anyway, or do it anyway. And then there was like more comfort with the self, just like, a release, and it was invigorating, and there was a deeper sense of just like awareness of the self. Comfort with the self is definitely the one that really rings the truest. So I felt like, let's do it. Let's make a point to the next time that it rains, do something. Go out there, run around. I mean, of course, take a lap around the house, but don't let it stop there. Do something that you had on your list to do. Go garden, or, rake some things on the side of your driveway that needed to happen, but like do something outside. Do whatever outside that you were planning to do, anyway, with the rain, and see what it's like, and see how you feel at the end. See if it shifts anything, even in the small, subtle way of feeling just like grounded and really solid about you. Just kind of this self-assured, relaxed, centered, grounded kind of feeling, because it certainly does that for me. And I watched it do that for someone else. And so I was like, we got to try this. So see how you like it.